Hey, Mike, if I get this to you, Mike, this is Amy and Nora and Amy. I'd like to introduce you to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
He's an interesting guy. So he and I play pickleball together. He's 68 years old. Sold his company when he was 60. And now he and I play a lot of pickleball together. So, but he was curious. He was curious about the action vision and the coaching and the 30-minute strategy session, the business x-ray and everything like that. So I don't know. We may send him this, we may not, but welcome aboard, Mike, on at least being a fly on the wall. 1-14, or sorry, 1-13. No, 1-12. Sorry, 1-12.
1-12, yeah, worked on.
Nice. 1-13.
Complete.
Nice. You go. 1-14.
Complete.
Nice. 15.
Worked on.
Nice. 16.
Not worked on. That's one we missed.
Okay, good. 17.
Worked on.
Nice. 18.
Uh, we need to do that. That's not started.
Okay. 19.
This is worked on.
Nice. 20.
Worked on.
Nice. 21.
Worked on.
22.
Complete for this month.
You go, girl. 23.
And complete.
Nice. And 24.
Not started. And
Okay.
that has been that time challenge is something I have not been able to get to, and I know I need to do it. It's on there. That's one that's just hanging out there for a minute.
So do you have any questions on any of these 24 actions?
Um, so we need to work on the raving fan experience, and we met with Mila. Mila is doing our account management follow-up. We need to re-implement a referral program for one. We used to knock $100 off our clients' invoice if they referred us, but that's now that we're big, that's too hard to manage. So we need to come up with a different type of referral program. We have our affiliate program, which is a referral-based reward. But not everyone in our networks can do that. But we're signing up another new affiliate. So we have that partially done. There's a book on Raving Fan, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to order that book, and I think that will help me get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
book.
And
I
then we're
read it.
going to do redo our thank you cards, which is a thing of gratitude, and have Mila actually personally write a message in there and her sign it. But it has me, Bella, and Aaron's signatures printed on the card, so it looks like kind of everyone signed it. But that way she has that to send out, and that's kind of in process. But we need to do that twofold. We need to do that for our franchisees care program as well as our customer base.
Okay.
So that's a big gap right now in our system.
Do you guys have weekly meetings as a team?
Yeah, we do every Monday at 12:30.
For how long?
They range anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes.
Okay. Um, so box 7 is asking for referrals.
Yeah.
So that's in the servicing area, and that's where most referrals, the really good referrals, is as soon as you go ahead and get a customer that's really happy, a client that's really happy, that's the best time to ask for referrals in addition to the upfront. So Nora, if we could get over to Amy the box 7 workbook, um,
Yeah.
worksheet for that, that would be great. Um, how many leads came in, Amy?
And we're looking at just April, correct? Or I'm sorry, May.
May, yep.
All right. Hold on a minute. Let me back that up. Sorry, my internet is killing me today, y'all. That's why my camera's on. I can't get it to work half the time. All right. Leads for April or May. One, two, three. We had three come in for May.
And how many sales, how many people said yes?
Zero right now. What? Because Well, I take that back. We didn't put Caesar in. SG Painting coming in May and he closed today.
So what you do is on this here, you're going to have, you might have three leads and five sales in a month. How is that possible? Because they
Right.
don't, so you
Yeah.
don't, you count it when it closes, not when the lead came in.
Okay.
So if he closed today, you'd count it for June.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So our CRM only tracks by leads, and then once that lead converts, they go into another part of the CRM. Does that, so my stuff is reverse that.
And that's fine because there's
Okay.
different fits of doing that. That gives you your sales closing ratio. So this is going to give you a little bit different. So if you just track leads and then how many new sales in units, that'll be good. Your sales in May,
0.
revenue coming in.
And let me pull that up. Hold on, man. I'm pulling up my P&L.
Okay.
Oh, May is not done yet because our bank reconciliation hasn't been there. But projected revenue, and I think this was pretty close, was
We can,
25,214.
okay. And expenses,
I don't have all that done yet because our bank reconciliation doesn't, we don't get our bank statements till
what's your
today.
guess?
Uh, let's, good question. Let me pull up my P&L. Yeah, May sales revenue was 25,135. Cost of goods sold is 4,000, so our gross profit was 20,000. And we had 5 weeks of payroll, so payroll is probably going to be closer to like $16,000. So I don't know yet because we don't have any of the, all of our other fees are still out pending because of that bank statement. So
So
I'll
if
know that next week.
you had to guess, what would you guess?
I bet we're going to be negative like $3,000 or $4,000.
Okay. And so this, Nora can go in and change this anytime.
Okay.
So it is, it's fine. And so, okay, so we're on track to do 48% of the plan. We're on track to get 43% of the wow. So we're at a negative 5% variance. And so again, the goal is to get within a negative 10% variance within the first 6 months. So you're definitely within that. Um, any questions you have on any of this, Amy?
No, I
Anything
think
on your action vision?
that's good. And I think we are so close to going live with the franchise. I just approved my first marketing recruiting deck for franchisees. I'm looking at our video call that we need to create content right now. Website is in production, site map has been over, deposits been made, and that's where the real revenue will come in once we start selling those at 40,000 a pop.
Nice, nice,
So the end of the year, if we can get, I mean, I'm gonna get crazy and try and close 10 in
nice,
6 months because I'm
nice.
insane. But
Right,
right.
right,
Um,
right.
so
Okay, super. Okay. And are you up to date on kind of what they're doing in the exchange of services and what they're doing with um the social media and stuff and marketing our stuff and all that kind of stuff?
yeah, so Nora has been connected to the dashboard and there's going to be drafts in there real soon. And but we did Nora and I'm checking, we got everything connected right from a page perspective, correct? Let me
Yeah,
look.
I did the Facebook and Instagram. I was having a little bit of trouble with the LinkedIn, so if we want to do LinkedIn, I might need a little bit of help setting that up.
Okay. All right. We can do that. So Nora, we can hop on another call to get that done. And
Okay.
then we'll just start dumping content in there. And I'm gonna send you content to approve prior to us. It'll be in drafts. I'll let you know when they're in drafts for approval.
Okay.
And then
So on the branding, there's a company brand and then there's individuals. So how are you guys going to handle the branding of it? If it's
well, I
going to
mean,
Nora's, if it's going to Nora's social media, how does that connect in with helping business owners? Like, how are we branding all of that?
so it's not so much branding as we're just putting out content to attract them in. Does that make sense? Um, but Mark, do you guys have a LinkedIn business page for you all for your synergy?
I don't think so. And so that's where I was thinking because Life Masteries, um, typically the things go through Life Masteries. They
Okay.
so that it can be with synergy too, but the key is synergy or ideally Life Masteries. So Life Masteries handles a lot of the IP, if not all of it, one way or another.
Okay.
And so if it's connected into Nora's, once she gets her book of business, so Life Masteries really needs to have ownership and control access and all of that kind of stuff. And so if it's through her own personal social media stuff, that's probably not the best.
Okay. Well, so then who at Life Masteries has access to their Facebook business account, their Google business profile, and LinkedIn business page?
My guess is that I don't think we have one of that. And so is that something that's is that something that needs to be, I think Nora said it needs to be connected to a human being.
Yes, it does.
And so I'm not familiar with any of that, but my guess is that should all be set up for probably me then.
Okay. And we can't, what we can do, Mark, is on your LinkedIn, do you reference Life Masteries Institute at all? How are you listed on LinkedIn?
It's synergy.
It's Synergy. So here's
It's
what we can
fine.
do.
Yeah, it's fine on how it's go ahead.
Well, so we can create Life Masteries Institute's LinkedIn business page, and then we can also connect your personal profile to it. But so do you want the brand to fall under Life Masteries Institute or under the products like Top Gun and the Business X-Ray like we originally talked?
It can be under Top Gun or the Business X-ray, but that should be probably connected to Synergy Solutions.
Okay.
And so if it's connected into so Life Masteries, Synergy, all of those, they have I don't even know any of my stuff for any of the social media. So even though it's my stuff, Synergy or Life Masteries Institute, because the EVAs work through Life Masteries Institute. If it's branded through Synergy, that's fine, but it should go ahead and probably be through my social media, I'm guessing. If it has to be connected in to a human being,
Yeah.
it probably needs to be connected into mine, I'm guessing.
Yep. And so, but we can send it to Nora's and yours as well, is what I'm saying. With the
Okay.
exception of Instagram, because Instagram allows us one.
Okay.
Facebook business page. Do you have business pages in for Synergy on LinkedIn or on Facebook?
I don't think so.
All right. So here's what we can do. Send me your business details on Synergy. And what I mean by business details, address, and if it's a home, it's fine. We'll make it service area because those places don't care. Address, do you want, and then we just got to determine which website, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does because we got to add a website to Facebook and LinkedIn.
So Nora, do you know what's all needed on this?
Here, I'm going to email you guys, Mark, what we need. So you
Okay.
have it. to send it because Nora's already set up. We were just waiting on getting all the rest of the stuff set up to get those drafts done.
Okay.
Um, but then everything will be branded under Top Gun and Business X-Ray. So
Okay.
that's the brand that content's going to flow back to one of those. And the 3 minute survey. That was the other one.
Okay.
So everything we put out is going to be under those brands per se, not necessarily not the business name of Synergy, not Nora's name, not your name. It's just flowing to those outlets. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
It does. So Nora, can you go ahead and get that all set up for me?
Possibly.
Well, and I know how to build the business pages. And then Nora, are we friends on Facebook?
Good question.
And Mark, are we friends on Facebook? Because I need to give you guys access to the pages if we create them, because we don't want to be owners of that.
Yeah, so Nora can get you access to everything. I don't know if Elaine has that, Nora, or Rosanna would have it. MCAT probably has it. So I don't get into any of my stuff. So
Okay.
I don't know what any of that stuff is, but Rosanna should be able to find it, Nora. So if you need passwords, access, all of that kind of stuff, it's fine if you have it. If you need that to set it up, or if you need to give it to Amy and her team, that's fine too. Whatever
So,
both of you do is fine.
all right, I don't need your personal login information for anything. But just I do, but are you for sure you do not have any business pages already set up on LinkedIn or Facebook?
I don't know. So I'm not
Okay.
saying because somebody could have set it up. I don't
Okay.
think we're doing anything with it, but somebody could have set it up years ago. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you can find that out, let me know. If you can't find anything, I will rebuild pages for you. Then once we're friends, I can send you guys ownership of those pages.
Okay,
Okay.
I am friends with you on Facebook,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Okay. And then, so if in the next 24 hours, if you can say, yes, we have pages, or no, we don't. If it's yes, I will send you instructions on how to add me. If it's no, I will go in and create those pages, and then we'll get them connected to the business dashboard where all that stuff's going to live and where we send it out, Mark.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. And then so Mike, he's retired, but he owned his own electrical company for decades. He sold it when he was 60. I think he started working out of high school. It was his dad's electrical company. Then he bought it. So electricians and stuff like that. So he's been in the area and he knows a lot of business people. And in through pickleball, like there's a new guy that we played pickleball with today, and Mike found out. So he's a double expressive as primary, with a double amiable as secondary. He's more opposite of me than my wife is. Um, and so this guy we played with, today, he's just talking to the guy and ends up being an inventor of something big, owning companies, like very, very successful business guy. So a lot of the people who play pickleball, they own their own companies. So I play in the morning when
Hmm.
most people, normal people, are working. I'm playing pickleball. And a lot of these very successful business people also play during that time too. And so he's interested in, I don't know, maybe trying some things or whatever. And he knows a lot of people. So I think that there's, I think that there's a lot of people out there. So in business, Amy, as you know, it's connections. And so
Absolutely.
if we can help people, and so people don't know how to take their connections and turn them into business opportunities. And so, once my middle daughter, when she was 16, she was dating a guy, and he and I went on a walk and had a talk. And he said, "So, Mr. Boersma, what do you do for a living?" And I explained, well, I do coaching, executive coaching, and everything. And he's like, "So, let me get this straight. You can pretty much work your hours anytime you want, anywhere you want, and people pay you to talk to you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty much it." And he's like, "Man, you got a sweet gig, don't you?" I'm like, "I guess so, yeah." And so, um, So I think that there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of networks, a lot of connections, a lot of expertise that we could tap into and bring great fulfillment to them and bring a lot of value to their network. And so how do we incorporate, how do we incorporate this into it? Oh, Peter Miles, he went ahead and talked to me. So he would be another good one for to, introduce. He's the past board member of BMW, past president of Rolls Royce. So he's talking to the one or two of the Walton kids, Sam Walton's kids,
Yeah, yeah.
and then some other, billionaire too. He's got a Rolodex, he's got connections. And so he's working on some interesting things. And so he says, I'm not quite ready for you, Mark, but, and he's got philanthropic stuff over in Africa that he's doing. So he's putting together a group of people like that. And for some reason, he's interested in me. And so, so there's all of this stuff that's going on, and then Life GPS and how that all connects into it and goes through all of that is, I think really fascinating. So anything else, Amy, you got?
And I need your actual Synergy Solutions website.
So the one that we've been using for years, because the one that's out there, hopefully you can't even find it.
Okay.
From years ago, the one that we use, if somebody asks for our website, we give them this one. And so Life Masteries Institute takes
Okay.
the DNA for people and business. So this is the Life Masteries Institute takes care of these two.
Okay.
And then Synergy takes care of the DNA for business. So this is the website that we give. And so it's not
Okay.
really branded it's not really branded for Synergy, but it's Action Vision. And that goes into all of that. So do we need to have a Synergy branded website? I don't know. I mean,
No, I think we can use it, but can you send me that link? Because I
I
can't search
can.
it and pull it up.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, because when I'm gonna prepare to build those pages, and then Mark, you will just need to know your LinkedIn login information because you'll have to connect it to our dashboard so we can send
Nor
content there.
Nora will do all that for me.
Okay, okay,
Like I'm a big believer in Einstein. He went ahead and said he didn't memorize his phone number. And he had 7 suits and they were all black. And so was Einstein really smarter than you and I, Amy? Or was he just a better steward of his brain? And so I'm a big believer. I don't want anything in my head that doesn't need to be in my head.
I get it.
You could say, that sounds lazy. I wouldn't argue with you.
I mean, I get it. I try to get stuff out of my head. I dump into my AI just so I don't forget it. All right,
Yeah.
and I got it. I'll pull this up. So then,
So yeah, Nora will be able to help you with all of that. And then if there's additional need beyond that, Rosanna or Elaine, they have access to everything. They have access to everything. So
okay.
anything else, Amy, you got?
I think that is it. So, Laura, let's get back together. I have my calendar looks like it's crazy packed this week on my link. Um, but I have time. Nora, I'll just call you. That'll be quicker if that's okay. And if you
Okay.
don't answer, that's
Yep.
okay. All right.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna
Nora,
squeeze in.
anything you got, Nora?
No, I don't think so.
So Amy, on the Top Gun, um, on the Top Gun for Thursday, do you know what you're kind of thinking?
I mean, so I mean, do you guys like that outline? That was kind of an outline for curriculum to be built on. We can talk from it, but do you want like actual classroom? Like, how are you teaching Top Gun is my question.
Right now, it's spontaneous because it's the highest level that I'm doing with
Okay.
them, and so we meet every single day. We meet every single day, and essentially, I'm asking them what their needs are, and I'm developing all three of them, as they are. I think
Okay.
when you get into higher levels of training, that's a lot of what you do is you be where the student is at. I think in entry level training, I think it needs to be a lot more structured. So in
Yeah.
the basic and in the intermediate, I would say these two here are going to be more structured. You go through this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I think you and I flow really well. And
Yeah.
so if we want to try to do something and you kind of, since you put together the outline, I think you and I would flow good together. I think Nora would slide in and ask questions and interact with us well. And so I'm open to kind of dance with you and you lead
Okay.
the dance and I'll flow in as needed.
Okay. So then I think we just literally follow right through like that mod one, the flight path and precision. Why are we starting with grid integration one, marketing and identifying targets and the message to deliver? I think our whole thing could be on that one bullet point. I think it almost has to be a discussion on each of those bullet points for it to be more impactful. Um, because not everybody's a good customer, right? And we can talk more, it'll be more free flowing if we just have that one topic and then we're just having a discussion on that. And then how to direct a message or how to determine who your ideal target is or who your ideal customer is and what that profile looks like. Are you okay
This
with
is,
that? Like going through each bullet
I,
point?
I'm okay with anything that you think of.
Okay.
And so whatever you think, I'm good
Okay.
with. On the thing that's tough is when I was in sales, 100% straight commission sales right out of, college, I had to do all my marketing pretty much, all my pre-sales pretty much, all my sales pretty much. Didn't have to do much of servicing. That was taken care of. I had to do all three of these on my own. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of times that's what sales is. Sales is not sales. You have to generate your leads. You got to work them.
Yeah.
You got to close them. Now, in some
Well,
really big
and I
companies,
had to service all my sales jobs, Mark. I had to do all those and
right?
include servicing. So we very
Oh,
high touch, very relationship. Yeah. But we
okay.
can talk about those differences too, because I come from a media background and I want my franchisees to have a media background. So you're absolutely right. But like, who is the ideal customer? And in the old days in marketing, we'd look for people with the biggest yellow page ad. Like, we can talk about how funny that is and how do we find the ideal customer now, right?
Right, right.
So,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah, let's,
I'm going to go and flow with you. I think you and I will interact well together. And so, kind of like I kind of see these as courses. I
yeah.
kind of see these as courses where somebody's going to go through and they're going to go through. So is this, a month
So,
of courses? Is this four courses or 10 lessons, four lessons, 10 lessons, 20? Once they get through this, then they go ahead and move into this. This might be 3 months. This might be another 6 months or something. And so your two other individuals going through in the basic, it'd be nice to have prototypes, people that are beta testing this and saying, is this valuable? Is this getting what I need to get out of it? Um, I think is going to be important.
yeah. And then I just need to know where we're housing these so I can pass them on. So I can have Aaron and Bella look at it after we record it. And I think essentially I have 12 lessons built in on these power. If we do each of the bullet points, that's 12 lessons.
Okay.
And if we're recording them, then that is essentially the class. They just come in and listen to it. And then we can come up with a worksheet or something for like how to determine your ideal customer profile. What does that look like? And come up with material that then they have to do on their own to submit back at some point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's perfect. And then how long do you think the lesson should be? Should it be 15 minutes or less, or should it be up to 30 minutes? Do you know
I
what?
think up to 30 minutes and it could be anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm fine with that too.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay. And if
That
we're
sounds good.
recording it, if we're like I just put in the chat, identify targets and message delivery, that's essentially our essentially first course,
Yep.
right? And then
Yep.
so now we just need a worksheet to go along with that. And I should have a worksheet done. I'm going to add it to my, you guys are going to laugh if you see my calendar this week, but I'll have a worksheet done for this, for this topic. So
You rock, girl. Thank you so
thank you
much.
guys. I
All right. We'll
appreciate
see you.
it.
Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.